One of the biggest mistakes older adults make before bed has nothing to do with their bladder and almost everything to do with water. If you're waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night to use the bathroom, you may have been told it's just part of getting older. But what if the real problem is not how much water you drink, but when you drink it? Because after treating thousands of patients over the last 24 years, I can tell you this with confidence. Many people are accidentally training their bodies to wake up all night long. I'm Dr. Richard Ben, a urologist specializing in bladder health and nighttime urination problems, especially in adults over 60. And I can't even count how many patients have walked into my office completely exhausted, frustrated, and scared something was seriously wrong with them. But in many cases, their bladder wasn't failing them at all. They simply had the wrong hydration habits. And the sad part is, most people never hear this information until their sleep has already been suffering for years. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It affects your memory, your blood pressure, your energy, your heart, even your mood during the day. And when your sleep keeps getting interrupted night after night, your body never gets the deep rest it desperately needs. But here's the encouraging part. A major study from Japan found that simple changes in water timing reduced nighttime bathroom trips by nearly 40% in adults over 65. No medication, no surgery, no expensive treatments. Just understanding how your body actually handles fluids as you age. That's why this video matters. Because today, I'm going to show you the 3 hydration habits that can completely change the way you sleep at night. And the number one mistake is something almost nobody talks about, not even many doctors. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your body keeps waking you up at night, and more importantly, what you can start doing tonight to finally give your bladder a break and get deeper sleep again. Before we begin, tell me something in the comments. How many times do you wake up at night to use the bathroom? And if you're over 60, let me know that too. You are definitely not alone in this. 3. Stop drinking too close to bedtime. A lot of people think the solution to waking up at night to urinate is simply drinking less water. But after 60, the real issue is often not how much you drink. It's when you drink it. And honestly, this surprises many people. Your kidneys follow a natural daily rhythm. During the daytime, they work harder to filter fluids and produce urine while your body is active. But at night, your body shifts into sleep mode. A hormone called vasopressin tells the kidneys to slow urine production so your bladder stays calmer while you sleep. The problem starts when people drink large amounts of water, tea, juice, or sparkling drinks late in the evening. Even healthy drinks can overwhelm your body's nighttime system. Your kidneys keep producing urine, your bladder fills up, and suddenly you wake up 1 or 2 hours after falling asleep needing the bathroom. Many older adults believe this is just normal aging, but in many cases, a simple change in timing can make a huge difference. A 2020 study in the Journal of Urology found that adults who stopped drinking fluids 2 to 3 hours before bed reduced nighttime bathroom trips by around 43%. No medication, no surgery, just better timing. Another study in adults over 60 showed that reducing evening fluids lowered nighttime urine production and improved sleep quality. I remember a patient named Mahi, a retired teacher in her late 60s. She was waking up 4 times every night and felt exhausted all day. After discussing her routine, we realized she was drinking herbal tea and water right before bed because she thought extra hydration was healthier. Her bedtime was around 10:30 p.m., so I asked her to stop drinking fluids around 7:30. A few weeks later, she was waking up only once during the night. She told me, "I finally feel like I'm sleeping again." Age also plays a role here. After 65, the body naturally produces less vasopressin at night, meaning even a couple glasses of water in the evening can affect the bladder much more than before. And this is important to understand. Your body is not broken. In many cases, this is simply a normal biological change that comes with aging. Once you understand how your body works, you can start working with it instead of against it. So here's what I recommend. Take your normal bedtime and count backward about 2.5 hours. That should become your fluid cutoff time. If you sleep at 10 p.m., try finishing most drinks by 7:30. If you need a small sip later, keep it light. Also, be careful with caffeine and alcohol in the evening because both can increase urine production and irritate the bladder at night. Even herbal tea can become a problem if you are sensitive to nighttime urination. This one habit alone can dramatically improve your sleep. But it becomes even more powerful when combined with the next habit, because the next step is not just about when you drink water, it's about how you hydrate throughout the entire day. 2. Front load your water earlier in the day. Most people over 60 think nighttime urination happens because they drink too much water. But after years of working with older adults, I've seen something very different. In many cases, the real problem isn't how much water they drink, it's when they drink it. This happens all the time. Many seniors go through most of the morning and afternoon barely drinking anything, maybe just a cup of coffee while staying busy with errands, chores, or family responsibilities. Then later in the evening, they suddenly realize they haven't had enough fluids all day. So they start drinking several glasses of water at night, exactly when the body is least prepared to handle it. And that's where the trouble begins. Your kidneys naturally process fluids better earlier in the day. In the morning and afternoon, your body is active, circulation is stronger, and kidney filtration works more efficiently. This is when your system is designed to handle most of your hydration. But at night, everything slows down. Your body is supposed to reduce urine production as bedtime approaches. So when you drink large amounts of water after dinner or while watching TV at night, your kidneys and bladder are forced to keep working while you're trying to sleep. That often leads to nocturia, the medical term for waking up multiple times at night to urinate. The frustrating part is that many people think they're doing something healthy by drinking more water at night. Their intentions are good. They want to stay hydrated. But the timing ends up damaging their sleep. A 2021 study from Seoul National University Hospital looked at adults struggling with nighttime urination. Researchers found that people who drank most of their fluids before 2 p.m. reduced nighttime bathroom trips dramatically compared to those who drank normally throughout the day. And it makes perfect sense. If your body handles most fluids earlier in the day, there's simply less urine left for your bladder to produce overnight. That means fewer interruptions and deeper sleep. I remember one patient, Robert, a retired engineer in his 70s. He was waking up almost 4 times every night and thought he had serious prostate problems. But after tracking his habits, we discovered the real issue. He barely drank water during the day and consumed nearly a liter between dinner and bedtime. So we changed one simple thing. I asked him to drink more water in the morning and afternoon. Then, sharply reduce fluids after dinner. Within weeks, his nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 4 times a night to once on most nights. He told me it was the best sleep he had experienced in years. And this becomes even more important after age 65 because aging changes your thirst signals. Many older adults simply don't feel thirsty in the morning anymore, so they unintentionally underdrink during the day and overcompensate at night out of habit. Breaking that cycle can completely transform sleep quality. So here's a simple strategy to try tomorrow. Before coffee, before breakfast, drink a full glass of water first thing in the morning. Then continue sipping steadily through the morning and early afternoon instead of waiting until evening. By dinner time, your body should already be fully hydrated. After 5 p.m., slow down and drink only small amounts when needed. What makes this habit so powerful is that it costs nothing. No medication, No complicated treatment. You're simply working with your body's natural rhythm instead of fighting against it. And when you combine this with reducing fluids close to bedtime, your kidneys get the hydration they need during the day, while your bladder gets the rest it needs at night. But even this may not be the biggest hidden cause of nighttime urination after 60, because the next issue affects millions of older adults, even those who believe they're doing everything right. 1. The real problem may be fluid redistribution. Now we arrive at what may be the biggest hidden reason so many adults over 60 keep waking up at night to urinate. And surprisingly, the problem may not actually start in the bladder at all. For many people, it starts in the legs. That sounds strange at first, but once you understand it, everything suddenly makes sense. Throughout the day, gravity pulls fluid down into your legs, ankles, and feet. If you sit for long periods, eat too much sodium, or have weaker circulation from aging, that fluid slowly builds up in the lower body. Sometimes you notice swelling, but often it's so mild you never even realize it's happening. Then bedtime comes. The moment you lie flat, gravity is no longer holding that fluid in your legs. It begins moving back into your bloodstream, and your kidneys immediately start filtering the extra fluid. That creates more urine while you're asleep. This is why many older adults fall asleep feeling perfectly fine, then suddenly wake up an hour later needing the bathroom urgently. The bladder wasn't full at bedtime. It filled after lying down because the body started redistributing fluid, and honestly, this is one of the most overlooked causes of nighttime urination in seniors. Researchers in Japan studied adults struggling with nocturia and found something remarkable. Simply reducing sodium intake significantly lowered nighttime bathroom trips. Another study showed even better results when people combined lower sodium with leg elevation during the afternoon. The reason is simple. Less sodium means your body retains less excess fluid during the day. Elevating your legs helps move trapped fluid back into circulation earlier while you're still awake, so your kidneys can process it before bedtime instead of during the night. This is why all the habits we discussed earlier work together so powerfully. When you drink more water earlier in the day, your kidneys have time to process fluids properly. When you stop drinking close to bedtime, your bladder gets a chance to rest. And when you lower sodium and improve circulation, you prevent fluid from silently pooling in your legs all day long. I remember a patient named Dorothy, age 76, who was waking up 5 times every night. She had already tried medications, bladder exercises, and therapy, but nothing solved the problem. When we reviewed her habits, the real issue became obvious. She was eating large amounts of hidden sodium every day: canned soups, deli meats, frozen meals, crackers, restaurant food, and spending hours sitting with her legs down during the afternoon. So instead of adding more medication, we focused on the real cause. We lowered her sodium intake, asked her to elevate her legs for about 30 minutes before dinner, and combined that with better hydration timing. Within 2 months, her nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 5 times to once or twice a night. She told me she finally felt rested again for the first time in years. And this issue becomes much more common after age 60 because circulation naturally weakens with aging. The veins in the legs become less efficient, fluid collects more easily, and the body struggles to move it properly during the daytime. So here's what I recommend starting today. First, pay close attention to sodium. Many everyday foods are packed with it: bread, canned soups, fast food, frozen dinners, sauces, and processed meats. Second, if you sit a lot during the day, spend about 30 minutes with your legs elevated before dinner. A simple pillow under your legs while relaxing on the couch works perfectly fine. And finally, combine this with the habits we already discussed. Drink most of your water earlier in the day and reduce fluids in the evening. Because when these 3 habits work together, the results can truly be life-changing for older adults struggling with poor sleep and constant nighttime bathroom trips. Now let's bring everything together. The good news is that improving nighttime urination often doesn't require extreme treatments. In many cases, your body simply needs better timing and healthier daily habits. First, avoid drinking large amounts of fluid close to bedtime. Give your kidneys time to slow down before sleep. Second, drink most of your water earlier in the day instead of trying to catch up at night. This helps your body process fluids while you're active and awake. And third, reduce excess sodium and pay attention to fluid buildup in the legs. Something as simple as lowering salt intake and elevating your legs before dinner can dramatically reduce nighttime bathroom trips. If you've been waking up exhausted every night, don't lose hope. Better sleep and fewer interruptions are absolutely possible, even after 60. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits do you think will help you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe now and watch the next video, where I'll reveal the common evening drinks that secretly make nighttime urination even worse.